gotten dressed up in weeks. It actually kind of felt pretty good. It was exciting. So let's make this official and welcome to what we're going to call the Choir Showcase Concert and our senior recognition. We've got some awards we're going to give out tonight, some projects we're going to unveil, some thank yous to share, and some goodbyes to say. So let's start with what we've been doing recently in choir, kind of give you a quick update on what's been going on. Because the end of this year has been anything but normal. Every one of us has had to discover and work through new ways to do practically everything. From learning e-learning to grocery shopping, from YouTube warm-ups to living in close quarters with others, which my family can vouch for that one. From recording songs one person at a time to being separated from friends and loved ones. This has not been easy for anyone. But one thing I keep hearing from people is that it's making music together that's been one of the hardest things to have lost. I hope that when we're finally back together and singing face to face, that you'll bring as many friends as possible with you so that you can all share in the joy of making music together again. And now, I present to you the first of two projects we've got completed. Here is the HEHS rendition of Festival Sanctus, virtual style. Thank you, Mr. Kaleo. That was nice. I will get that video by its... Yeah, I know, it's so exciting. It's like silent applause. It's so cool. I will get that video up online separate for you also, along with this whole video, so you can see it and have it all by itself. I think I also have an audio file of it too, if you would like that. I'll put it all up together. So while this is a great example of what we can accomplish while we're apart, choir students are not defined by recent problems, but by previous successes. And we have had some major successes over the past year. Can you remember all the way back to the fall concert? I have to admit, I had to pull up the program to get a good grasp on what we actually did. It kind of seems like a lifetime ago. I do remember thinking how amazing treble and bass choir sounded at that first concert. It was a huge foretaste of things to come. And Hoffman singers did a really beautiful job at Hold Me, Rock Me. Concert choir showed exceptional leadership by carrying everyone through Ola Yelo's The Ground. All of that, and we were barely a month into school. Madrigals did amazing things as well. What an incredibly hard-working group of people. With the work ethic and personal responsibility they demonstrated this year, I knew they could accomplish anything they put their minds to, and they have. Because of their hard work, we were not only asked to come back to Stronghold next year for a special event, but we were booked for the next 2 years so that we would be sure to be able to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Renaissance Fair with them. Between that and the amazing Madrigal dinner that the group put on, these students have ensured that we'll be celebrating Madrigals at HEHS for years to come. If you were a part of Madrigals this year, go ahead and give us a wave. The winter concert, affectionately known as the Songs for Dead Children concert. I'm not going to live that one down ever. Showcased not only the diversity of the students' singing ability, but their willingness to collaborate across choirs to put together bigger pieces. I've never had so many combined songs before. It was a lot of fun, even if the subject matter was a little bit odd. Vox set themselves up this year as a group that can hold its own against everyone else. In addition to a cappella singing, choreography, and vocal percussion, the group went and did our first ever clinic for another school. Granted, there were only 3 people there to see it, but I still have the video, and I'm going to use it for something, I promise you. If you were in Vox, it's time for you to give us a big wave. You may not remember it, but I know the students do. Each of you guys prepared and performed a solo piece as well, all in the span of having to do it in 3 weeks flat. The comments that I got back from one of our judges that evening summed up the whole thing for me. They said, "I still can't believe that this is every single student in choir. Most places I judge, this is as good as what I would hear from only the top students." That kind of a comment makes me really proud of every single choir student at HEHS. One group that did not get to have their moment in the sun was Shades of Blue. And that's a shame because this collection of talented soloists were able to build a fantastic ensemble that sounded great both on and off mics. I was looking forward to our jazz festival and getting this group out into the community. If you were a member of Shades of Blue, raise your hand. Our year unofficially ended in March, just before our Masterworks concert. It was shaping up to be an incredibly moving and heartfelt performance. I'm sad we didn't make it to the concert, but I am so privileged to have had the opportunity to prepare the piece with all of you. I am better because of the work we did together, and I hope you can feel the same way about our time making music together. At this point, it's my privilege to recognize our graduating seniors. This class has defined itself by their ability to build up the people around them. Rarely have I had a group of seniors that are as sweet, kind, and selfless as these students have shown themselves to be. I am pleased to present for you our HEHS Choir Seniors for 2020. Each year, we give out awards at this concert, and this year is no exception. We only have one award to give out this year. The National School Choral Award is the highest honor for high school choral performers. It recognizes the dedication and musical achievement of the top choral students. To be eligible, a student must have been in choir for all 4 years, be a strong musician, and have given back to the choral program in numerous ways. This year's recipient of the National School Choral Award is 2 students, Grace Corwin and Andrew Luswick. Congratulations to both of you. I do need to stop and take a moment and say some other thank yous at this point. First, I need to say a thank you to our school administration and to Mr. Lowry for ensuring that choir is a part of the curriculum at HEHS. There are many places in this country that don't have that privilege, and we are very grateful for their support. Thank you also to our Music Parents Association and for all they have done. They are developing into a force for change around here, and we are all the better for their efforts. To all of the parents who are here, thank you for your support of your child's music. Without you, they would not still be able to be here without you supporting them to get here. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, a huge thank you to our collaborative pianist, Mr. Tom Kaleo. Not only has he been a great accompanist, but he has worked behind the scenes lately to ensure that our e-learning continues in the best way possible. I also wanted to be sure to let you all know that he is the one who put together our final project. Make sure to thank him at some point for all the work he has done. Seniors, you will also be getting some things from our music parents to commemorate this year. I've written a letter for you that'll be included in there, but I really wanted to share what it said in person. After I get a chance to do that, it'll be time to unveil our final project, our virtual choir version of Never Walk Alone. So before I get through all of that, let me say thank you all for being here tonight. It is so cool to see so many of you participating in here with us together. I hope you've enjoyed what you saw tonight. I hope you've enjoyed being a part of choir all this time, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else we're able to do in the future. But let me share with you what that letter is going to say. Dear senior class of 2020, in the world of television and feature film production, there is a tradition followed by the main crew. One principal photography is complete. After the last shot of the final sequence is done, time is taken to honor the crew, the project, and the friendships that were formed. That's the reason we're celebrating here tonight. The director will typically bring everyone together and individually acknowledge each person by name, followed by the phrase, "That's a wrap." Finally, after each person's contribution is acknowledged, the director will state the name of the project and also say, "That's a wrap." It's an extremely emotional moment for all involved in the production. Every one of the critical must-have milestones has been reached, and all of the players will then go their separate ways. That is where I leave each of you today. You have met and surpassed each of the milestones in our journey together. You've accomplished so much and have come so very far. You have helped to create traditions that will reverberate throughout the school for years to come. But you're not done yet. Though we part ways, there is still so much for you to do and to accomplish. It is now time to take the skills, experiences, and successes you have accumulated over the years and to mold them into something truly amazing and all your own. Once principal photography is completed on a film project, there's still much to be done before it's released. All of the editing, music scoring, sound effects, and post-production needs to be completed. Despite the fact that the key content is shot and in the can, there is still an incredible amount of flexibility and uncertainty as to what the final product will turn out to be. It may seem that everything is set in stone because there will be no more new material created. The truth is that movies can be made or ruined in the editing room. You are now entering the editing room. You've collected most of the building blocks of what your life will look like. It may even feel like your life is set and in the can. But just like any blockbuster film, what you do with the materials you have been given will make all the difference from here on out. Your future is not set in stone. It is up to you to arrange these pieces in a way that makes sense. You still need to compose the score that sets the mood for every scene. You still need to create those special effects that make life unique and exciting. There is still much to be done, but you have everything you need to create a masterpiece. Thank you to all my seniors. You've accomplished great things here. You have stored up amazing experiences. You should be proud of what you have done and the friendships you've formed. Well, I guess there's nothing more to say other than that's a wrap. Now it's time to get to work. Thanks, guys, for coming tonight. I'm not going to hit end meeting, I promise. That would be the next thing. I'll make sure I hit unmute all. But thank you for coming tonight, guys.
Congratulations.